Thank
Goodness.
you. Oh my gosh, it's so nice to be back. Hello, everyone. Happy Gratitude Day to you, all of you. I am very grateful to be part of this community, and I'm coming to you, as she said, as Nicole said, from North Carolina. So I don't have the really cool background, but I actually have a visual on it all. So that's really exciting. This is my second fall up here in North Carolina, and it's spectacular. So for all of those that are in the north and have experienced it, I know you know the feeling. So this morning Nicole and I were pulling a card from the Namaste deck, which I do at the beginning of each session, and what the card that was on the top of the deck was this card here as I was shuffling. So this was the card that first came out. It just so happens it's the card that resonated with Nicole as well. And this is the card of gratitude. It says, a blessing of gratitude. Be grateful for all your experiences, for all in life serves a purpose. There is a blessing in all that did or did not happen. There is a blessing unfolding this very moment. Listen to your heart and follow its wisdom. Be mindful, for the journey is as important as the destination. And it's just beautiful. Okay. So we'll make sure you get a copy of this.
Well, that was so I have the deck as well. So the
Yeah.
deck, the reason
The
why
deck.
this is interesting is because Diana's deck and my deck, right? I have the same deck. So Diana was shuffling, channeling the card, and she was doing it. And when she opened her deck, this was on the top. We didn't know, we didn't talk about it. Then I said, let me find the card. Then she pulled the card, which she's going to read to the real card she pulled.
Yeah.
And she pulled that card. And then as I'm shuffling, looking for it, I'm like, what was the name of the card you just pulled? And then this card fell out, like on my desk. And I go, oh, this is such a pretty card. And she goes, and I go, and it says a blessing of gratitude. I said, that's so interesting. That's so interesting. And then she said, that's the card that was on the top of her deck. And it resonated with her when she saw the angel wings. So it was just a moment of like, that's just how certain things work. And it was just it was just an interesting
Yeah.
that we shared with you. And that's why we said we have to do the two cards, because the card she picked and the card that fell out had significant meaning, obviously. So we're
Yeah,
going to send them to you in a
absolutely.
recap after so you can have them. But go ahead, Diana.
Very much so. Very much so. So awesome. Okay, so we have a blessing of gratitude. So we're all blessed with that ability to have gratitude. So I guess the question is, what is gratitude? Okay, so I looked it up, and gratitude is the quality of being thankful, readiness to show appreciation, and to return kindness. All right, so being able to be grateful for every moment, even in even if we're in hell, even if we're suffering, there's something there that we can be grateful for. And so uncovering it through a mindful activity of expressing and learning gratitude helps us in so many different ways. So we're going to talk about that today. Firstly, though, if you do have a piece of paper and pen, or even if you don't, if somewhere during this chat you can think of one thing that you're grateful for, and if you feel comfortable typing it in, great, let us know what that is. If you don't, that's cool too. At least you'll know for yourself. Okay, but if you can think of one thing that you're grateful for here today, then that is going to be awesome. We'll go over that at the end. Okay, so we're going to talk about some benefits of practicing gratitude. One is that it improves your health. Okay, it does wonders for our health. When we are able to practice gratitude, there's many different benefits, including improving our sleep, improving our energy level, and reducing pain. Okay, physical pain from perhaps chronic illness. Okay? Another one is it strengthens relationships. When we're able to express gratitude, it increases our social connectivity, and it also strengthens our current relationships. We tend to be more likable. We tend to be more friendly. We tend to have people that are more friendly come into our life. So we attract that more friendly environment, okay, or not environment, group of people, like-minded. So like-minded is like-minded. It also expands life's meaning. So when we pause to practice gratitude, we find purpose, we find peace, we find our passion when we actually take a minute to express gratitude. Like, what am I grateful for right now in this now moment? So that's another. And I see Eleanor's coming in. We'll look at that right after. The next one is improves memory outlook. And this is really an interesting one. And I was thinking about that this morning. So grateful people are more likely to recall past experiences in a more positive manner. So I thought about this like, okay, past experiences. And then I thought of I am a divorcee and I have two adult children. And I am so grateful for my children. They are two of my three greatest teachers. My son, Willie, that crossed over in 2012, would be my third. Okay, so my children are my greatest teachers. I am so grateful for them. So when I look back at my experiences with my former husband, I'm able to look at it with more acceptance, with more grace, with more appreciation, because he assisted me in bringing these two beautiful souls into this world. So that's, I can look back at that experience now with a much greater appreciation and gratitude. Okay. The next one is increasing spiritual connection. So when we're as mature adults, okay, the surveys say that we report a greater sense of connection to our source, creator, the unnameable one, God. Okay. And so we're able to connect more because we're understanding the oneness and the gratitude for that which created us. Okay. Yeah. So our higher power can help us reach a level of acceptance too in any situation, which is also very profound and very it opens us up to more thought-provoking aha moments. Okay, all of a sudden, ooh, aha. So it opens up that acceptance. It also builds self-esteem. Now, when we're practicing gratitude, there's a segment of it that is about kindness. Okay, when we're able to express kindness to another person, that makes us feel really good. It's like when you're donating something, when you're donating your time, when you're listening to somebody that's having a really hard day without judgment, without responding, just being there to listen to them, then that builds our own confidence. It builds that heart space within us. It helps us reach out to more people. It says, oh wow, I do this pretty well, I'm going to do it some more. So it really assists in building confidence. Now there's also emotional and mental benefits to practicing gratitude, and it helps us feel more connected. It helps us feel more positive. It helps us dwell on happier memories. And dwell is not really the word I was going for. Helps us focus on happier memories. Helps us be less envious towards others, less need to gossip, less stressed, less depressed. Okay. So, how does all this wonderfulness happen when we're practicing gratitude? Okay. So, let's talk about that for a minute. This is a study that shows that when we express gratitude, our brain releases dopamine and serotonin, which are two crucial neurotransmitters. Okay. These neurotransmitters affect our mood, and immediately, once they're triggered, they start making us give us that happy jive. Okay. Puts us in that happy mood. Okay. So practicing gratitude triggers the neurotransmitters of dopamine and serotonin that release the chemicals that make us feel content, happy, healthy, whole, complete, in a good space, positive. Okay. So that's physically what practicing gratitude does. So ultimately, if we practice gratitude, and there are a lot of different gratitude programs out there that some of them are free, that you can enroll in. When we practice gratitude on the daily and as much as we can during the day, we're actually permanently permanently solidifying that neurotransmitters, the dopamine and the serotonin will just start triggering all the time. It just boop, 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 boop. It'll get into a flow. So you're able to make a permanent change in the way you feel by practicing gratitude. Okay. So it has to be done though on a regular basis in order for your body to catch up with what you're programming it. Okay. So as much as you can do it. So different ways to express gratitude. Let's talk about that for a second. So the first way is to wake up and the first thing you think of is something that you're grateful for. I'm grateful for this bed. I'm grateful for the ceiling fan that's circulating the air and keeping me cool. I'm grateful for this cushy blanket that's wrapped and I feel very safe, wrapped around me. I'm grateful for the cup of water that I put there the night before so I can have a sip of water first thing in the morning. So whatever you can think of, and how many is up to you, how many different things you're going to think about. I'm grateful for this cup of tea or a cup of coffee. It's like the best thing in the world. I say that often about it. That's one of my big ones. Another way to express gratitude and to get into the habit of gratitude is to avoid the news. The news is tends to be very pessimistic and very a Debbie Downer. There's very few acts of gratitude that you see on the news on the daily. Okay, so choosing inspiring videos instead, listening to music that you love, something on that line, but avoiding the news. It's very repetitive and it is literally television and programming is programming. Okay, so it's programming us, and we don't need any more negativity in our life. So that's another way, or at least certainly minimizing it. Another way is journaling a daily reminder of what you're grateful for. And when you're thinking of what to write about, you can think about people or experiences that you've had. You could think about what you'd like to do and how you're moving towards that goal. So there's different things that you can journal on, but anything that you're grateful for, if you could even write down one or two things a day that you're grateful for, that's gonna make a huge difference in your life. And it's a great way to start the day. So again, first thing in the morning, that's a big. So if you can write down, and if you're not like a morning person and you'd rather do your journaling at night or sometime during the day, anytime throughout our day, if we can express gratitude, we're doing a solid, okay, for ourselves. It's got a very positive impact on our life. I cannot even express that enough. And the cool thing about it is on our off days, which we all have off days, okay? Um, we have those off days. We can look back at our journal and say, okay, hold on here. Just yesterday, I had a really good day. So I know that how I'm feeling today is going to pass. And I can read back on all the positive things that are going on in your life. So you don't have to even do a lot of work because you're looking back on your journal that you've already put work into. So that's really exciting. So I was speaking with my spiritual mentor the other day, and we were talking about the human factors. So this woman that I'm blessed to be uh, affiliated with, she is just amazing. She has her doctorate in philosophy, and she teaches graduate studies in psychology and sociology at Nova University. Very well versed, very articulate. And she and I got into this discussion about human factors, about something that two options that we have as humans. Okay, two options. And I'm going to look at my notes. One is to live in despair, to live in negativity. Oh, it didn't happen my way. I wanted this, I didn't get it. So, kind of in a more victimhood perspective. Okay. Then the other is integrity, living in integrity. So you have despair or integrity. And every day we get to choose which way we're going to go. All right. So integrity is life happens. I'm doing the best I can. I have suffered. I am suffering. I am doing the best I can. Am I perfect? No, I'm not going to get down on myself. I accept myself as I am, and I don't try to control people or anything. Okay, like releasing control. So now, do we fluctuate as humans? Of course, we all have bad days. Of course, there's days where I just want to wrap myself up and cry, okay, and do the whole pity party. That's being human. That's normal. The point here, though, as a human factor, how do you want your life to be as a as a whole, I guess? Do I want to focus on despair, or do I want to focus on integrity? Do I want to focus on the negative aspects of my life or the positive aspects? So we always have a choice, okay? And we can change anytime we want, which is amazing. So that really is very, very helpful. So when we're focusing on anything, including journaling, if we focus on the positive, that's bringing that integrity right up. That's bringing us on to a higher vibrational level. And then we start to attract good stuff into our life. Okay. So it's the positive mindset is very important. Okay. So on those off days, when we're feeling in despair and stuff, you can look back at your journal and remind yourself, hey, you know what? This too shall pass. And I'm going to honor myself today. I'm going to honor these feelings that I have. And I know that tomorrow is going to be a better day. Okay. There's another way that you can incorporate in gratitude into your life, and that's placing yourself in a little bit of a like being a tester for yourself. And that would be like maybe taking a can of beans or a can of green beans out of your cabinet and opening it up and either putting yourself into a little meditative state or just visualizing yourself being cold and not having a roof over your head and just being out there with all the natural elements and eating this can cold. Okay. It literally will give you the opportunity to say, wow, I've got it a lot better than a lot of other people on this planet. And that in itself is a reason to express gratitude. Okay. And having those feelings of gratitude. Okay. And one thing that I really like to do is to give gratitude for every meal that I have, because there are so many people that don't have full meals, or they're not eating good meals because it's not available to them. So they're not having healthy meals. And so when we give gratitude to our food, it's doing it's literally changing the structure of the food itself. And this is coming from an energy perspective. So if we like place our hands over our food or say a prayer over our food, we're literally putting that love into the food. Then we're consuming that food out of gratitude, and it's going to all the cells of our body. And all that love and gratitude is going to all the cells of our body. I also talk to my water at times. I pray over my water and I say, thank you, water of life. Without water, we would not be here. Without food, we would not be here. So, giving gratitude to the earth, giving gratitude to water, giving gratitude to the food that we eat. Absolutely. Then, when we consume it, again, it goes to every cell of our body with that gratitude, and it makes a big difference. So, give that a try if you desire. Another way is to say please and thank you when somebody does something nice, or if you're in need of assistance or support in some way. I can't tell you how many times I have heard from other people that, hey, they never thank me for anything. And I'm like, how does that happen? How? And I think back, well, maybe it's something that they were programmed when they were younger, like they didn't receive a thank you, so they just never really learned appreciation and thankfulness. However, it's really important to acknowledge when somebody is doing something nice for you, and also saying please when you're when you're asking for something. Okay. It shifts the energy, and people are going to be much more open to doing it again for you if you express gratitude. Okay. So that's kind of common sense there. Well, maybe not, because I've heard a lot of people don't do that. So the next is random acts of kindness. So at the beginning, we talked about gratitude, appreciation, thankfulness, and random acts of kindness. So giving kindness back. So one thing that we can do is to shop locally. Shop as locally. It supports your community around you. Okay, and do the best you can to do that. Another is offering your ear to someone who is suffering. Okay, somebody who needs an ear without judgment. I'm listening to you. I am fully present with you, and I'm not sitting there trying to think of an answer for you, or to lecture to you, or to give you advice. I'm merely listening to what you're saying. And that, it's not an easy thing to do, and it's awesome if any or all of you can do that. For me, it's a practice, because as an energy healer, I'm always like kind of programming or thinking, how can I help this person? How can I help this person? And a lot of the times it's just being silent and listening. So I'm learning that lesson myself. Helping someone in need. So let's just say somebody has had a ankle that's been harmed or something in some way, and aren't able to get around as easy. If you're able to maybe do an errand for them, or cook a meal for them, or something like that, that's awesome. Okay, helping them out. Offering eye contact to somebody and smiling at them. This is one that I've known for a very long time, that when you see somebody out there in the world, if you can smile and make eye contact with them, you never know. That might be the only smile and eye contact they've had with somebody in a long time, or certainly that day. And it may make their day that they're acknowledged, that they are here on this planet. I acknowledge you. I see you. Okay. And you smile at them. That hits my heart. Another way is to take a mindfulness walk. So, mindfulness walks are when you allow yourself to be present in the moment and look at the trees, look at the sky, as I'm doing right now. And I'm so grateful that, as I mentioned before, it's fall here in North Carolina. I'm seeing leaves, I'm seeing the trees, I'm seeing a clear sky, a crisp morning. So when you're able to go outside and connect with the earth, okay, feeling that groundedness, maybe seeing some kids playing in a park, being joyful, bringing out that childlike in all of us, that childlike wonder, which the holidays often do for all of us, is when we see the kids having a good time, it kind of sparks really positive memories in us. Okay. So connecting, doing a mindfulness walk, or certainly sitting out in the nature and connecting, hearing the birds, looking at the bees, playing around in the flowers, connecting. It's a really great way to connect with the earth and feel that gratitude for being here. So what I'd like to do now, so I'm going to go ahead and read this card. This is the card that I chose, well, actually chose me, popped out of the deck, as Nicole had mentioned before. And this is a blessing woven in truth. So before we do the meditation, I'm going to read this card. So obviously, when I pull a card before a group meeting, that means that the majority, if not all, need to hear this message. Okay, this message is for everybody involved. Okay, it says, a blessing woven in truth. Have the courage to speak your truth, and a heavy burden will be lifted. It is best that everyone involved know where you stand. The truth will set you and others free. This is a blessing for all concerned, but most of all for you, dear one. So if you have something that you'd like to say to somebody, and you're not and you want to say it with a kind heart, because we always want to speak from the heart and not from the ego. And so we want to express our truth in the most profound, heartful way that we can. Okay. Then, if you're not able to do it in that manner, you can write down, you can journal what you're grateful for about the person. You can also journal what you're not grateful for about the person, and understand that the person is doing the best they can. Okay. So going back to the integrity of life, you can choose despair. I'm the victim, so you did that to me, or integrity. I'm going to pull something positive out of this experience because of my relationship with you. Look at how much I learned about myself. So you can journal about all this, okay? And this is ultimately, the goal is to have appreciation for everybody that has come into your life, no matter how, what happened, what didn't happen. Having gratitude and appreciation, because when we can release any resentment, anger, unforgiveness, when we can release that, that's when we're free. Okay. Not perhaps we don't feel like everybody deserves to be forgiven. That's okay. That's okay. If you feel like you want to hold somebody accountable and they have no idea that you're doing that, then you're the only one that's suffering. You're the only one that's suffering. And no matter what, we are all responsible for our own emotions, our own feelings, our own thoughts, our own behaviors, and what we're holding on to. So if one thing that we could do for gratitude on this day would be do ourselves something really good, and that is to understand, really truly understand, that everybody is doing the best they can with the knowledge, with the conditioning, with the upbringing they've had, with the experiences they've had in their life. Everybody's doing the best they can. So somewhere along the line, find that little silver lining, find that one little thing in that person that you had an experience with, that you can be grateful for. Okay. So that's another great way to express gratitude. Okay. So now we're going to go into a mindful meditation. So if everybody can get comfortable in your space, and we're going to be in the present moment with our senses. So we're going to do a meditation with our senses. You can do this meditation at any time. And it is very profound when you actually allow yourself to just a moment to be silent and practice meditating. So we're going to take a walk down memory lane and focus only on our positive memories. Okay. So I'm cranking on my positivity here, I'm cranking on my integrity, and I'm going to take a little walk down memory lane. Now we want to close our eyes if they're not already closed. And we want to take in a nice slow breath. Okay. And I'm grateful for my breath, this breath of life. Taking another nice slow breath. If your feet are on the ground, allow yourself to imagine roots like that of a tree going down from your feet. If your whatever part of your body is closest to the earth, so if it's your derriere, or if you're laying down, if it's your entire body, visualize those roots going down into the earth, deep, going over the rocks. See the rocks underneath the earth, the soil, moist soil. See those roots coming out of your body, going down into the earth to get grounded, connecting. Take another nice slow breath into your lungs. Very slow. And let's hold that breath for a couple of beats and slowly release that breath. Now, with your eyes closed, I'd like you to scan your room. So your eyes are closed. You know what's in your room. Let's start from where you're sitting or laying. Just see what's in your room. And what's with your eyes closed again, what's the most thing that attracts you right off the bat? Observe the contents of your room. And what do you find in that room that you're most grateful for? Okay. And again, just observing what in your room that you're in right now are you most grateful for and why? Could be more than one thing. Okay. But let's kind of stick for what the things that you're most grateful for in the room. Let's take another nice slow breath in. Let's slow it slow, like 4 or 5 breaths. 4 or 5. Serious, not breaths. I'm sorry. To the count of 4 or 5. And hold that breath. 2, 1. And then let's slowly release to the count of 5 or 6. Okay, so we always want our exhalation to be more than really let that breath out very slowly. And now let's pay attention to what we hear. What are we hearing right now? Are we hearing birds chirping? Are we hearing an elevator? Are we hearing silence? That sweet sound of silence. Are we hearing the air conditioner? What are we grateful for? What am I hearing right now that I'm grateful for? Is it silence? Is it a running heater? Is it children playing outside? Birds chirping, as I mentioned before? It could even be a garbage truck. However, today they're probably not running, but gratitude for people that take away our garbage. Okay, so what are you grateful for? What are you hearing right now that you can express gratitude to? Let's take another nice slow breath in to the count of 4 or 5. Very slow. Allow yourself, your body to relax into the moment. You're safe, you're secure, you're connected to the earth. So now we're going to memory lane it and we're going to remember what is your favorite smell of all time. Let's give ourselves a moment to just dial it back. What is your favorite smell of all time? And what happy memory accompanies that smell? Okay. And let's take another nice slow breath in. Again, to the count of 5 or 6. And let's hold that. And slowly release it to 5 or 6 or 6 or 7, whatever works for you. And now we're going to switch over to our taste. What is your favorite food of all time? Think back. What made you so happy and grateful to eat every time you were able to eat it? always put a smile on your face when you saw it. What you can express gratitude right now in this moment for this beautiful memory. And let's take another nice slow breath in. To the count of 4 or 5, nice and relaxed. Feeling connected to your memories, to your past in a positive way. And the next one is we're going to take that breath in, we're going to hold it and then release it. And the next one is touch. What is your favorite shoe, your favorite shawl? What do you enjoy? What is your favorite feeling when you're touching something that brings you happiness and gratitude? I'm so grateful for this. Soft shoes, the chair you're sitting in, could be a memory down memory lane, could be a car that you just love so much. You love the way it rode. Be anything. What did you like to touch that you have grateful gratitude for? And then let's take a nice breath in and release that breath. And I'd like you to visualize a beautiful ray of light coming down from the skies above, like kind of like in a laser form, beautiful ray of light. It could even be like a rainbow light, whatever you desire. And it's coming right down, heading right for the top of your head. Bright white light. You could have some gold in there, some purple, whatever you'd like, or plain old white, bringing it in, right? And this is loving, healing, balancing energy from above. And allow that white light to come through your entire body. So feeling it coming at the top of your head, coming down into your forehead, massaging your eyes, your ears, your nose, giving us a moment to express gratitude for these, for our eyes, our ears, our nose, our mouth, our voice down in our throats, down into our shoulders, down into our arms, this white light going down into our hands, into the tips of our fingers, filling us all. Gratitude. I have hands. I have I have a hand. I have fingers. Then down into your chest, down into your heart. See that white light filling your heart, expanding your heart, getting bigger and bigger, down into your organs in your abdomen, filling you with this cleansing, healing light. So grateful for. Down into your hips and your tailbone, down your legs, to your knees, to your calves, to your feet. This beautiful white light from the skies, from the heavens above, coming in to give you grace and love. And then down through those roots, like that of a tree, into the earth, fully connecting you to being human on this earth and being connected to your source, to your creator. And let's take a nice slow breath in a slow breath out. So things that I'm grateful for that I can express to you now are my children, my health, being here with you all today, this beautiful day, for positive abundance, for being present in this moment, for the lessons that I've learned and the blessings I've received. And now you can all, if you have not already opened your eyes, you're more than welcome to whenever you're ready. And if you're feeling good, you just can move your arms and your fingers around a little bit. Think about some things you're grateful for in this now moment, and I'll give everyone a Hmm. And whenever you're ready, you can open your eyes or just stay where you are. I'd like to give gratitude to the indigenous nation here today. I I resonate strongly with shamanism and our indigenous tribes here in this country. And since the the norm is of Thanksgiving is the story of the Indians and the Pilgrims, I'd like to give some gratitude to the indigenous tribes today by reading a prayer. It's a very profound statement from the Lakota tribe. And if I can get through it without crying, it'll be amazing. Okay. And I'll make sure everyone gets a copy of this prayer because it, the, indigenous tribes are very interconnected with everything and all. Okay. They practice interconnectedness. That means everything, we are all related. And this prayer is called Aho Matakwiasin. And Matakwiasin means we are all related. Okay. And this is the prayer. To the mineral nation that has built, oh, no, let me begin. To the creator for the ultimate gifts of life, I thank you. To the mineral nation that has built and maintained my bones and all foundations of life experience, I thank you. To the plant nation that sustains my organs and body and gives me healing herbs for sickness, I thank you. To the animal nation that feeds me from your own flesh and offers your loyal companionship in this walk of life, I thank you. To the human nation that shares my path as a soul upon the sacred wheel of earthly life, I thank you. To the spirit nation that guides me invisibly through the ups and downs of life and for carrying the torch of life through the ages, I thank you. To the four winds of change and growth, I thank you. You are all my relations, my relatives, without whom I could not live. We all are in the circle of life together, coexisting, codependent, co-creating our destiny, one not more important than the other, one nation evolving from the other, and yet each dependent upon the one above and the one below. All of us a part of a great mystery. Thank you for this life. I love that. So, very profound, very interconnected. Everything is connected. And it's something that just fascinates me on the daily. So, as I close up this beautiful day of gratitude and this lecture, the bottom line is, if there is a bottom line, I don't know. However, I would say that in any given moment, if we can find something to be grateful for, we are in doing a huge impact on our life in a very positive way. So I'm very grateful for all of you, and I'd like to open it up now so that we can see the comments. If you're comfortable with the comment of something that you're grateful for, and we can talk a little bit if you'd like. I don't know how much time we have left, but let's, oh, we do, we have 10 minutes. So
Yeah, no,
yeah,
we're good.
that's awesome. Yay. Okay.
Yeah,
So
There was definitely some comments and some people noted what they were grateful for in
Mhm.
the comments,
Awesome.
which were lovely. Jill was grateful for her husband and his love.
Oh,
Eleanor was grateful for her health because it allows her to do what she wants to do. And of course, grateful for her family and friends and that she discovered My Health Angel. So she's grateful for all of us and we are grateful for you as well and everyone here today and always. And Wanda was grateful for God's blessings. Susan was grateful for this wonderful platform, My Health Angel. And then Frida, Fritz was grateful that she was able to wake up every day and see the sunshine through her window. Grateful
oh,
for her
beautiful.
children, her grandchildren, most of all, her health is her priority, getting better so she can spend more quality time with her family and enjoy her own company. And finally, having God in her life every day and giving thanks for what she has. Oh, and she almost forgot that she's also thankful that she had closure in a part of her life that was destroying her mentally, physically, and spiritually. And she feels alive and in peace now, calm and grateful. And will not look back to the ugly. It was a lesson learned and taught her to be grateful for what life has given her.
Beautiful. 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 Oh, thank you so much for that.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you, Frida.
And then there's Frida Dickinson who added that she's grateful for Angel and that she's no longer lonely between the apple, yam, and the jalapeno cornbread. It
Oh
fills the
my
gap
gosh.
of
That's
no longer
amazing.
watching the parade with the little ones running around. Bless you all. Armand is grateful for making it home from Vietnam.
Oh,
Everything good has happened since his return. Happy Thanksgiving. And
Did you lower it?
yes, we are grateful for, thankful for your service and grateful
thank
that
you,
you're here
Armand.
with
Yeah.
us every time that you jump on the Zoom. It makes us all smile and very happy to see you. Such a blessing. And
I want to jump in on that. Diana, hi, happy
Hi.
Thanksgiving. I want to say
Happy
hello and
Thanksgiving.
thank you so much for being here. I always, for all the years I know you, can never get enough of your meditations. So thank you. They
Thank
always
you,
really,
darling. So
they
good to
help
see
me.
you.
Yeah, it's great to see you. I want to note that, certainly I'm grateful to be part of this community. And I just love all of you and love being here. And I'm going to comment on the photo behind me, which is real and was taken last week from a friend of mine out in the Hamptons, New York. And I'm grateful that I got to grow up in that and that I had gotten fall and grateful to have the beauty that there's the beauty of the seasons. And so
Mhm.
just really, really happy to be here
Yay.
with all of you. So thank you, Diana, really.
Thank you. It's so good to see
Thank you.
you.
Likewise.
Thank you.
and
Would
a
anyone else
couple
like
more.
to share?
Yeah, there was a few more that came in here. Raylene was very thankful for the calming moment today, grateful for My Health Angel and Priscilla also as well. And Frida Smith, grateful for 24 grandkids. Look at that.
Oh my gosh, that's
And
amazing.
rest
What?
and for her health, her family, and the 24. Wow, that's something. Kudos to you.
Wow,
Them. Wow. That
that's a
is
lot.
amazing. And then Barbara Waldron, I see you have your hand up, so go ahead if you want to unmute. Hold on.
I got it.
Go ahead.
Hi, Barbara.
Hi. I am so grateful that I got on today because I hesitated to come on, but I say, no, I better start. It's good to start my day with My Health Angel. I just love the meditation. It took me into an area that I had totally forgotten about my life. When we go down memory lane. And then when you talk about the smell, I remember, this is a thought I never remembered all these years. And I remember now that I was a little girl when I must have been about 4 or 5 or something like that. And I used to break the root of the hibiscus flower and smell it. And it has such a heavenly smell. And I went into that area and I was just smiling and I was in my own little world. Thank you so much. I am so grateful for this community. I am grateful for this experience, and I'm so grateful for the meditation today. Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you, Barbara. That's so beautiful. Beautiful.
Yeah.
Thank
That was amazing. That was it. It was just hit
Beautiful.
all the senses and brought us
It
all
did, right?
truly
Sure
amazing.
does.
Yeah, and Sandy Cohn chatted in. She's grateful for all her blessings. She has a loving husband of 52 years, wonderful daughters, friends in her life to help her face the coming challenges. Her husband has Alzheimer's, and she does see the changes daily in his cognitive ability. And she's also grateful for her therapist that's been helping her, and My Health Angel as well. And she loves the wonderful programs, and bless everybody here. That was from Sandy. And I see that there was a couple more that came in here. Patricia calling from all the way from Barbados, grateful for family and all persons who support her with her visual impairment. She's able to do a lot with her time. She's grateful for this platform. And Mariana, grateful for all of us and having her health and her family. And Cindy, grateful for her health, wonderful relationships for her and for My Health Angel. These programs have been so uplifting and inspiring. Thank you, Susan Schweitzer, for telling me about My Health Angel, Diana. This was a wonderful program to move me forward today with so much gratitude. So yeah, that really does say a lot. I don't know if anybody else wants to add in anything about something they may have thought that came up for them.
This is Carolyn.
Oh, Carolyn Underwood, go ahead.
I am so grateful for finding My Health Angel. You all have no idea. And I kept wondering earlier this morning, I don't remember registering for the class. And I said, I've got to get in this class. So I had to pray that I was able to get in, and I registered and everything. This is a total blessing to me. And my internet went out, so I lost y'all for a while, and I was real upset about that. And then I kept attempting, and finally got back on. But this platform is a blessing. I wish I had found it in the beginning. I wish I could have found it in the beginning of the pandemic, but I thank God that I found it now. And I've told a couple of my girlfriends about it. I even sent one of them to register. Don't know about that. But I had surgery last Monday. And when it came Tuesday last week, I was on My Health Angel. And I was saying, this means so much to me. I have a couple of other trainings that I take on Zoom to learn about the iPad. But My Health Angel, I'm getting on as much as possible. When Tuesdays and Thursdays come, I'm almost ready to tell my doctor, can you change my date so I won't miss these programs? Because it is an extended family.
It is.
And it makes a lot of us happy. We don't feel alone because we're in our apartments or homes by ourselves. And I like the lady that commented about her boyfriend. I'm in my 70s and my man is in his 70s. He's been my best friend for over 47 years. Been in my life through all three husbands. His wife died, my husband died, and we're back together. And I had someone say, oh, how's your boyfriend? I said, excuse me, I don't have a boyfriend, I have a man. And he does not like me to say date night. He said, oh, what, are we still in school or something? So we just go out. But that man is still working. But he has been my rock for so many years. Yeah. And I'm grateful for him, because if I had to date someone now, I don't know if I'll be able to do it. But because he was a friend and we've kept in touch, as they say, without benefits for 30, 40 years. And now that we are back in each other's lives, I'm not letting that man go.
There you go.
That's amazing, Carolyn. And you have
It is.
definitely been through your own trials and tribulations, and we've heard your story as well on other Zooms. And you really, I know you're writing that book, so keep writing that book
Yeah.
because you really speak so lovely. And really, thank you so much for the kudos, because it is true. We hear it a lot from all of you, and I saw all of your faces light up when she was saying, "I want to change my appointment." And some people jump on from the car or when they're sitting in a waiting room, and it has brought a lot of joy into our lives as well. For being here with all of you. This is why we keep doing it. And it is, and we, as Sabrina has always said, we started this out, she'll do it for a couple of weeks. It was March 2020. And we're like, okay, I'll jump on for a few weeks. She was retired from what she was doing. And honestly, she just feels it in her, it brings her so much joy. And when she's here on the call, to attest to that it really does bring her so much joy. Every Tuesday, it makes her week. I mean, and she's done this for over 20 years with individual, people in her office. And this was something that she was like, when she jumped on in March 2020, could I do this? Can I make this work on Zoom? And she made it work even more than she could ever imagine, because the numbers grew from 4 people to almost 70 people now jump on her Zooms on Tuesday Talks to listen to the wisdom of Sabrina Bernardo, our licensed clinical social worker, who is also my sister. So I don't know. I know most of we outed ourselves a while ago. I don't know if anyone missed that call, but we did out ourselves for 2 years. We had that going where we really just didn't bring any attention to that. Some people had their theories, and some people definitely, there was 1 or 2 that actually knew. But other than that, yes, we are sisters. I am the younger one, but yes, we are. But that we are here always for you all. And Diana, we appreciate you. I don't know if anyone else has anything else they'd want to add in before we close up. Barbara Waldron, go ahead. Hold on, go ahead.
Yeah, I just wanted to add this, really, an experience I had about 3 weeks ago that I am so grateful. I had gum surgery a few weeks ago, and I left the dentist's office to go to the drugstore to pick up the prescription of antibiotics and what I had to take. I got to the drugstore as they got me the medication, and searching in my bag, I couldn't find my wallet. I emptied the whole bag and I couldn't find the wallet. So I figured maybe it dropped in the car. So I went back to my car and I'm looking all around, couldn't find it. A young lady came up to the window and knocked on the window and said, well, first I saw her coming to the window and I'm saying, if she's looking for something, I don't even have a wallet. Because, the way she dressed and whatnot, even though I didn't want to judge anyone, but I assumed that. She said to me, she said, I was in the store when you couldn't find your wallet, and here's $20 to go back and pay for the medicine.
Oh my goodness, beautiful.
I just blessed that young lady so much. I have been praying every single day for her. I didn't take her name, her number. I don't know. She was just a good Samaritan on that day. And I don't know. I said, maybe the universe wants me to pray for her. I really don't. I'm trying to figure out what is the message in all this. But she has not left my mind. I pray every day, especially on today. I give thanks that, I can't even express what I want to say, but I'm praying for someone. I went back to the store trying to find a young lady. I asked around, and I don't know her name. I don't know who I'm looking for, but I'm just praying for this individual. So I just, for some reason, the Holy Spirit just wanted me to share this with you all. Maybe I could get some answers or something, because never left my mind. And the whole thing, when I got home, my wallet was in the garage with all my money in it.
Wow.
And
That's
I
beautiful.
was stranded in the parking lot and this lady gave me $20 and I got home and all my money is here. I don't know how to thank her, and maybe I'm sharing it with you all because I feel such gratitude. And so
Right.
much more than gratitude for what has happened.
Well, that's could be a
Mm.
random act of kindness, an earth angel, it's something that you're receiving a random act of kindness. You're receiving love from the universe. You're receiving it from all. You don't need to look for her. She came into your life. She gave you that gift. You're so grateful for it. That's it. That's the message right there. It brought that gratitude to you, and that from the kindness of another. It's all around us, and we have the opportunity to receive all the time, and when we do, just as you are now, it's just bringing so much love to you, and you're sharing it with us. That's all that's the message. You got it right on there, lady.
Thank you
It's so
so much.
beautiful.
I
So
feel so
beautiful.
relieved. I feel so relieved that you told me this because I feel I must go looking for this lady.
No,
Thank you so much.
you're
I'm so
welcome.
glad
Oh,
I got on today. I get
I
so
am
much out
too.
of this meeting today.
So beautiful.